Hello there. Tonight's brush is my Simpson Fill 8. It's a Shave Nook limited edition for 2013. Fantastic brush. I'm going to set it in the scuttle and let it soak a bit. And the soap tonight is Vanule's Screamin' Pumpkin. And this is part of her festive fall collection. This is actually the scent profile that I suggested. She did a contest. You heard all about that in my last video, or my first video of these. But this is pumpkin, smoke, cayenne pepper, rum, and of course the screaming part's got to be triple menthol. So looking forward to this. It has more of a pumpkin pie kind of scent than Drunken Pumpkin had. And I would expect it to be kind of more foody because of the addition of rum and cayenne. I wanted the cayenne in it to give it a bit of heat, but the rum, when you bake, I used to bake a lot. I don't bake anymore because I'm diabetic and can't have it, so there's too much temptation, so I don't do it anymore. But rum has a tendency to sweeten things, but it also has an earthiness to it, and it just really goes well with a lot of dessert type stuff. And so I would expect this to have more of a pumpkin pie-ish type scent, but it smells great. We're going to go ahead and wet the face. I have, 4 days worth of growth, something like that. We're going to wet the face. Actually, we're going to lather this soap first. Excuse me. So, and then we'll worry about wetting the face when we get around to lathering our face. Hope everybody's doing well. We are doing well. Last week was cold as crap. This week, week before last was cold as crap. Last week was in the 50s. This week has been between the 50s and 40s, but it's been overcast. Today, I think the high was like 40, something like that. And windy, so kind of cool, but it's like, to me, fall doesn't know that it's time to go. It's like fall's trying to hang around. It's in a fight for position with winter. And so, and I loaded way much more soap than I need in a brush from Vanule. But, you know me. If you're not wasting it, it ain't good. I love Vanule. Of course, anybody that watches my channel, if you don't know that by now, you haven't been paying attention. Look at the sheen. I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but look at the sheen that's on that lather. So I have 3 or 4 days worth of growth, something like that. The last I shaved was Wednesday, so I've got 3 days worth of growth. We're going to wet the face. And start to shave. Lovely. And I can smell the cayenne. I love that. Oh, lovely. Fantastic scent. Not just because I picked it, but wow, that's nice. I can feel the menthol in my eyes, my eyeballs. That's good. But I think that it's going to sneak up. I'm getting, I think, a bit of heat off the cayenne as well. Yeah. And my face is exploding. Good deal. Lovely. I get hints of the rum, but the cayenne is really kicking the what is it? The cakiness, or pie-iness, or pie crustiness, or whatever. It's very subdued once you put it on your face. It's there, and the pumpkin is there, but really, the menthol, my face is starting to freeze now. That's good. The menthol and the cayenne is where it's at in this. This is lovely. And I'm going to use my, let me clear out. I'm going to use my Johann Engstrom frame back with rosewood scales. Tonight. I remember, and I wasn't wrong, that I put a scalding edge on this razor. But I can't remember. What it was, I think. But I can't be 100% sure. Man, I love that menthol. I can't be 100% sure. But I think that I either came off a 12K synthetic and went to lapping film, or came off of 0.3 micron lapping film and rolled back to the 12K for just a few laps. But I could be completely off base. But that's a really nice edge. This razor, even though it has a very thin blade because it's a true frame back, it doesn't shave like a hollow ground. Because there's no grind to the blade. It's just a straight blade in a spine. And it shaves remarkably like not like a hollow grind, but more like a wedge. And for me, I love a wedge. It's like my second to hollow grind is my favorite. A full hollow or extra hollow, as hollow and thin as you can get the blade, is my favorite type of edge because it feels so wonderfully keen. But I like the feeling of a wedge as well. But for me, the wedge for my face requires, excuse me, I bumped the camera. It requires you go farther with the edge and refine it more in order to get the edge that I want off of a wedge. If I just do the same thing I do for all the other blades, it's not as satisfying. I need to go a bit further, and most of the time that involves lapping film and probably dropping back to either a natural stone after I take it as far as I want to on the lapping film, or dropping back to, right now, since I have a 12K, sometimes I'll drop back to a 12K and then maybe move up to like my Escher. And I love that. The menthol is even more on the second round. Lovely stuff. But I don't know if you can hear it on this video or not. But this talks. It's not as loud as a hollow grind razor. But although it might feel like or feel more like a wedge, it's not silent. And this is one of my favorite razors. I believe that Keith Johnson has one of these. I believe it's Keith. I think I nicked myself a little. That's alright. But, and likes it fairly well as well. But I love my Escultuno. Wonderful. Wonderful razor. Lovely, lovely shave. The menthol is outstanding in this. So is the cayenne. We're gonna set that aside and clean off the face and the collar. Don't forget, that's the king. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, lovely, close, comfortable shave. I'm going to use Black Ship Grooming. I think is who they are now, but they were called Beaver Woodrot. And this is the Jolly Roger. It's a cakey, Christmassy type scent that I think would go well with Screamin' Pumpkin. That's a slamming scent This is a Screamin aftershave. So I think there are a lot of elements. They don't smell anything like each other, but there are a lot of elements between them. And this was given to me by a very good friend of mine, Chris Stegman. He doesn't do much social media, but every now and then he's on this channel watching. So Chris, if you're out there, I love you, bud. And thanks again, because I have really enjoyed this Christmas gift from a few years ago. Just beautiful stuff. I think of you every time I use it. I appreciate you, man. Alright, thank you guys for watching. That's Vanilla Screamin Pumpkin. And I think we have Opulent Pumpkin as the last of these scents. I did a video of that a while back before I left for Florida, and it got erased or lost or something somehow. So, but we'll do another one. Thanks for watching. Bless you. I appreciate every one of you. Have a great weekend. Later.